going to be virtual. Being virtual has opened up a lot of unique opportunities for all of us, and we're so excited to tell you all about them on this call. Like I said, my name is Margaret Mathis. I'm the Missouri Youth Governor of the Lewis Conference. I'm a senior from the Koryezu Academy delegation, and this will be my 5th year doing youth in government. I originally joined youth in government because my brother did it, and I just thought it would be a fun weekend, but I kept coming back year after year because youth in government is the one special place where I can truly talk about topics that are really, really important to me and that I'm really passionate about, and I can listen to my peers talk about things they're passionate about as well. And it's just the one place where people really, really, really listened to me and respected me and thought deeply about what I had to say. And every year I just kept coming back because I was so empowered by that YAG spirit. And I'm so excited to share all of that with you on this call.
Hey guys, I'm Freshie from Indiana. I've been the governor for 2 years, so this will be my 2nd term. And yeah, I've been in YAG. This will be my 4th year now, I think. Yeah, 4th. Sorry guys, it's been so long I almost forget sometimes. And one of the questions that I wanted to answer was one way that youth in government changed your perspective on something. So funny enough story, I just wrote an essay about this yesterday for college. But youth in government changed my perspective on leadership because when I first joined, I was really selfish, I would say. And I really just wanted leadership positions so I could have something for my resume. But being in youth in government taught me that being a leader is more than just being in charge, is being able to serve first. And yeah, guys, so now we're going to watch a video from a delegate in California who she did an amazing voter registration drive across her state. She registered over, I think, 2,000 voters in her area, which is outstanding. As somebody that's really passionate about voter registration, that was just amazing to hear about. But yeah, we're going to show you that video so you guys can see.
Hi, my name is Itlali Castellanos from the Central Coast California YMCA. I have pre-registered over 2,000 kids to vote. In my city, 30% of the population is under the age of 18. And we wanted people to know 2 years beforehand what voting meant and why it was so important. When I was in 8th grade, I didn't think I had a voice. I didn't think I had a role in politics. And through youth in government, they told me that I did. They told me that I could advocate for my voice and for the people that I can want to represent. I think it's important for young people to get involved in government because we have a voice. There's so many of us who have ideas of how to help our government. In our communities, we can say that something is upsetting us with our school board. We can go to council meetings and say, this is what we want to be changed, and that's where it starts off and creates a movement. Youth want to be involved. Youth want to advocate, and youth want to be heard.
Yeah, guys, so that video was just to kind of give you a little bit of insight about what a youth voice could be like in the voting culture, even if you aren't able to vote yourself. So we're going to drop a few more resources into the chat, and one of them is the youth in government kind of ways to get involved. So this can be through the Youth Voter Challenge, this can be through your locals YMCA. I know I'm doing work through my local YMCA to focus on my county, and that will just give you resources on how to get involved. And we're also going to share the YMCA of USA voting resource website. So this is more for eligible voters and making sure that you can check your registration, making sure that you're registered correctly in your state, seeing where your polling locations is, all that good stuff. And the last thing we want to do is make sure that you guys share these on all your social medias, because even if you aren't able to pre-register, like I live in Indiana, we don't have pre-registration here, but you can still help others in your community register to vote, and that is just as important, because being a part of democracy makes sure that this is not a spectator sport and we're all participating. And I'm going to pass it off to the next Gov now.
Hey guys, my name is John Lowry, and I'm the youth governor of Michigan, or one of two youth governors. And one way that we call it youth in government, but one way that YG kind of changed my perspective on something was really my perspective on debate and perspective on conversations. Going into my freshman year, I was someone who really, I wasn't really afraid to speak out. I kind of just said what was on my mind. I was there to debate in our first chambers, and I was there not to listen to other kids, but to shut them down. And that's not a good perspective to have. It was selfish and it was very self-interested. And through YIG, through the different positions that I was put in, I had to learn how to sit and to listen, and not just to listen to find a way to debate someone, but to listen to their story and to listen to who they are, and really not just see my fellow delegates as people who I need to go against to either fail this bill or pass this bill, but see them as people who each have individual stories and individual perspectives, which are very important, both now in our state and in our country, and in the future. And so really, YIG has taught me the importance of just sitting and listening well, and listening with empathy. But with that, I am gonna kind of just go through some of the some housekeeping things for today. So the first thing is, if you haven't noticed, we are going to be recording this meeting. If anyone objects to that, please email staff@myig.org. I'll drop the email in the chat, and just coordinate removal of, email them to coordinate removal of your image and your name from any promotional pieces. And if someone objects, they and we commit to not use any of your information anywhere. Also, naming on that is really important. So as you can see, maybe like I have Michigan in my name, so rename yourself to be your name and then your state abbreviation in parentheses. And to do that, what you're going to want to do is click on the 3 dots in your square, and then type your name and delegation. Or you can also go into the participants tab, hover over your name, and then select more, and then select rename and rename yourself that way. Also, if you can, we do ask that you have your video on. If not, that's okay. We get it. Sometimes connection's not stable enough with video, but we would love to see your faces and be able to talk to you kind of more face-to-face as we are virtual. Please also have yourself muted while you're not speaking. You have the ability to unmute yourself, but when you are done speaking, please remute yourself. And everybody's been good about that so far, so thank you. Second to last, we will be using the yes and no tabs in the participants tab. So again, if you click on the participants tab, and you can click yes and you can click no. We do ask that everybody kind of test that right now, see if you can do it. If you don't, if you're not able to, we can help you out. And also, if you have any questions, about naming, if you have any questions about how to do this, feel free to drop them in the chat. And we have quite a few volunteers who are here to help us out with that today. So with that, I'm going to pass it off to David and Elise.
Thank you very much, Governor Lowry. How you doing, folks? Great to see you tonight. Really amazing turnout we have. It's an honor to be here with you folks. And really, it warms my heart when I see so many people on a call like this, so many youth who want to go and learn about democracy, who want to come and meet people across the state And it's an honor to be here with you folks. I mean, if we're gonna talk about YG, I'd like to tell a story. I mean, I remember that first day when I walked into, the room for when we were doing YG. My school was asking who wants to do YG, and it was an informational meeting. And I walked in. I did not know what to expect. And now realizing it, looking back on my experience, I can tell that was probably one of the most phenomenal moments of my life. Seeing all those people of so many different backgrounds, so many different beliefs, standing together in one roof, that was a very powerful moment for me. It showed me that we as youth can come together. We can make change. We can make things happen. We don't have to wait till college. We don't have to wait until, years from now. We can do things right now. No matter how much we disagree, we will always have values that we share. And walking into that room, when you enter that Senate chamber for the first time and you realize that, it's like a magical moment that, we can all come together and make these things happen. With that, I have the honor of introducing Youth Governor Elise from Wisconsin. Yep, can't wait.
All right, thanks, David. So I know a lot of you guys already, but if you don't know my name's Elise Borman. I'm the Youth Governor of Wisconsin. And yeah, so this is my 4th year in Youth in Government. And Youth in Government will always have a really special place in my heart because I grew up and I still live in like a really rural area, and a lot of people here fall on really one side of the political aisle. So I'm really grateful to Youth in Government because it's helped me experience so much more political diversity and taught me how to really have like an actual productive conversation. And I think a lot of times, especially in today's world, it's really easy to fall into a sort of echo chamber of hearing opinions and thoughts that only kind of reflect your own. So with Youth in Government, it really shifted my perspective on how to talk about issues in a way that benefits both sides and how to reach a conclusion that doesn't hurt one side or the other. So that's something about Youth in Government that's just really powerful. And I'm really, really grateful that even in times like this, we do still have like virtual opportunities to connect and just get back in touch with why this program is so special. So yeah, so David, do you want to start introducing our next activity now?
Oh, of course. Thank you very much, Elise. So this, folks, you're going to love this game. We call this Within Reach. This is going to be a real fun icebreaker. You guys are going to love it. So essentially, this is just going to help us settle in, super chill, no pressure. There aren't any prizes at the end, but if you do win this, you get ultimate bragging rights. And, we always love our bragging rights. So essentially, what we're going to do is you got to grab something. We're going to ask you to find some items, within arm's reach. The only 2 rules are that you cannot get out of your seat to get these items, and you cannot roll around in your seat to get them. We're going to read off a list, and hopefully you folks are going to be able to find them. So yeah, but each item you find is a point. Anything you'd like to add to that, Elise?
Yeah, so you can't get out of your seat. You can't roll around in your seat to find anything. And like you said, every item is 1 point. There aren't any prizes, but you do get bragging rights. So that's always something that's nice to have. So yeah, do you want to just get started then?
All right, of course. Thank you very much. So, folks, our first item, can't live without them. Need them for writing. Better than pens, in my opinion. Don't need any ink. They don't stain. Nice graphite lead in there. Folks, find me a pencil. Hold it up nice and high to your screen. Folks on the phone, also, please feel free to unmute and yell it out if you'd like, but we only ask that folks on the phone unmute. But All right, anybody? Pencil. Pencil. I see some pencils. There we go. All right. Nice. We got pencils. That looks like a mechanical one. Love those too. There we go.
I'm for one
All
time.
right. Now, yeah. See, now we. Oh, sorry. I think my connection's a bit slow. All right. Yeah, looks like we got a bunch of pencils. Elise, would you like to do the next one?
Yeah, absolutely. So our next item is something just as important as a pencil. You can have all the pencils in the world, but they're probably not going to help you very much if you can't move them around easily, which is why our next item is a backpack. So if you have a backpack next to you, be sure to hold it up so that we can see it. You can get a point. Oh yeah, I see some now. There you go. All right, good job, guys. Okay, David, what's our next item?
Okay, all right. Let's go. Looks like we actually now feel free to get creative with this one. Folks, I'm gonna need you to find me a water bottle. I mean, I'm not talking about, I mean, plastic ones work. I mean, they're great, but you know, let's spice it up. Find some nice water bottles. Let's see those stickers. I love putting stickers on my water bottle. Margaret, it looks like Governor Margaret, you got a great water bottle. Love those stickers. Nice. See a lot of plastic bottles too. Awesome. There we go.
Found this in my garbage.
Angela. Really? Well, that actually looks like a nice water bottle. What brand is that? That looks great. Looks tasty. Nice. That's some good water right there. Nice. Awesome. Okay. I guess we can move on to the next item then. Elise, would you like to?
Okay, absolutely. Okay, our next one's a little bit harder. Does anybody have scissors? Because I know I don't. I don't have any, but maybe you guys do. You guys have any scissors? All right. Wow, I'm seeing a lot. That's kind of surprising. I don't keep any by me, but good job, guys. Okay, David, next one. Go.
Alrighty. Thank you, Lisa. This is going to be a tough one. You got to have some long arms for this one. I don't know if you folks are maybe sitting in the living room. That's where all my family pictures are. But anyways, next one, picture frame. Let's find a nice picture frame. That one might be a little tough. So if you got just a normal printout photo or whatever, that's cool too. Yeah, so just let's find ourselves a nice picture frame. Unfortunately, I don't have any on me, but I'm seeing some awesome ones out here too. There we go. Yeah, no, those are great frames, guys. Loving it. All right.
Take that off your
Awesome.
wall.
That's a lot of points. Oh yeah, no, I got those are a few of my post-its, but I don't think they count as frames. Fresh, you got some nice frames as well. Yeah, all right. Great stuff. Julie, I love that one too. Okay, I guess if it's cool with everybody, we could go on to the next one. Elise, would you like to do the next one?
Yep. Okay, so our next one is a piece of white paper, but there can't be any ink on it. Just a plain piece of white paper. Nice job, guys. I'm seeing a lot. All right, that's great. Okay, David, your next object.
All right, thank you, Elise. That last one, that was a tough one for me. You know, I almost had some blank paper, but I got some, some econ homework on there that I still have to do, but that's all right. Anyways, let's find some wallets. Anybody? Who's got a wallet in arm's reach? Let's go. Let's see those wallets. Who's got them? Awesome, Sydney, love it. With the driver, I always wanted one of those with like the clear thing on the front, but mine doesn't have that. Those are always nice wallets. Nicole, love it. Nice, classy leather wallet, loving it. Awesome, guys. This looks. Some people are racking up points like crazy. All right. If you guys want to move on to the next item, Elise, if you'd like.
Okay, our next one should be a little bit easier. I think a lot of people will probably keep this around their computer, but our next object is a pen. So if you have a pen, be sure to hold it up nice and high so that I can see it. There we go. I'm seeing a lot of those. Oh my gosh, that's a lot of pens. You guys are doing really good. Oh my gosh, I am not getting any of these. All right, David, what's our next object?
All righty. Thank you, Elise. So after pen, looks like we got ourselves some hand sanitizers. So everybody, please raise that hand sanitizer up nice and high. Awesome. Freshie's got the hand sanitizer. Who else? Who else has got it? Zoe. Ooh, that looks like is that the Bath and Body one? I love those. They're always satin so nice. I remember I had one that was like kiwi lime. I don't know what it was. Key lime. Yeah, key lime or something. It smelled so nice. Love that hand sanitizer. But yeah, anyway, I guess we could move on to the next one. At least like.
Okay, our next thing to look for is a hair tie. So does anybody else have a hair tie? I always have one on my wrist, and I always forget to take it off when I have to dress up or something. But does anybody else have a hair tie that they can hold up? I'm seeing a lot of those. Yeah, the one time you take it off, you have to have one. That's funny. But nice job, guys. I'm seeing a lot of those. All right, guys. Moving on. David, what's our next thing?
Okay, funny hair tie story. Actually, I mean, I was hoping I'd have one because it's wrestling season, and normally I gotta tie all this back. But unfortunately, I did not happen to have a hair tie on me. But I used to lose them before my matches, and that wasn't very fun. But anyway, next item on the list is partially eaten food. So if anybody like me, if you're snacking during the school day, if you've got some partially eaten food, raise it up, nice, loud and proud. Let's see that partially eaten food.
Whoever is holding up the trash can, support it.
Yeah, good move. Let's see what else. Mr. Hackler, I see that's some. Ooh, Takis too. Those look nice. God, I love Takis. So good. Ross, respect the McDonald's. Those are some good fries. Always gotta love those. Colton, is that some chocolate? Can never go wrong with chocolate. I hope that's chocolate.
It's a cereal bar.
Ooh, I never had one of those. I had the Rice Krispie ones, but I never tried any of the others, like the Rice Krispies. So good. But yeah, no, nice, real good. Okay, I guess we can move on to the next item.
All right. I think our last item for the night. So this is our last one. So hopefully if you guys have managed to get every single item, I think you've won bragging rights for the night. But our last item tonight is a cell phone. So I feel like we already did that. No, maybe not. Oh my gosh, I have so many cell phones. Yeah, I have mine like right here, but wow. All right, guys. So that was our last thing for the night. So thanks everybody for playing. So now we're gonna see who had the most items. So who here thinks that they had 6 items? If you do, raise your hand. So I think you can do that. If you go to participants, you can raise your hand on there. So let's see how many people had 6 items. Or you could do it on video too. I just can't see any of you at once.
We got a pretty solid group going. This is competitive. It's gonna be tight.
All right, next round we're gonna narrow it down. Who had 7 items? If you have 7 items, raise your hand so that you can get temporary bragging rights. I do. All right, we're gonna make it even more competitive. Who had 8 items?
Oh, I can't see how this is gonna be. Wow. Okay.
Yeah, how many did you guys
now
call off?
it's
How many
heated.
items did you guys call?
12.
That was about 12. Yep.
All right. Let's keep going. 9 items. Anybody get 9 items?
That's near perfect. That's gonna be tough.
I'm seeing a few. This is impressive. All right, 10. Who got 10 items?
Yeah, no, this is crazy.
What? How are there so many people who got 10? I got like 5. This is really good, guys. All right, 11. That's almost perfect. Freshie.
Yeah, I only missed the backpack. I'm sitting at my desk right now, which has like tons of drawers. So like anything you called, I was like, it's
I'm trying to see if there's anybody else. If I don't see your hand, I'm so sorry. I think it might be Freshie, guys. I think it might be our winner tonight.
All right, you're up, Charlie.
Hey everyone. So I'm Charlie Britt. I'm the youth governor of Kansas. Excuse the squeaky chair. There we go. Yeah, and so I'm from the Shawnee Mission East High School delegation. So this is going to be my 4th year in YG. I joined youth in government because one of my mentors, actually, from Model UN program, and former youth governor of Kansas, Aman Jarudi, even though we had different views, she went out of her way to encourage me to get involved. And that's one of the reasons why youth in government, or youth in government, or YOGO, is so unique. And so it's a great environment for all different types of views, and democracy must be learned by each generation and, you know, everybody in that generation. So it's always great to be inclusive, and I'm really appreciative of that. So hopefully we have mentors like that in the future for all of you, or are one of them. And so with that, I'll introduce some of our unique states with unique programs for themselves in a video. So thank you.
Okay, hi guys. So yeah, that was a great video. Thank you, Charlie. I'm Ann Gadara, the youth governor of Minnesota, and I'm a senior, so this is my 5th year in youth and government. And I joined youth and government like most delegates just because I'm interested in politics and I wanted to be around other students who had the same interests. But the reason that I continue to come back and love the program so much is really because of the friendships and the relationships I've made and just being surrounded by other passionate students. So that's why I really love youth and government. But today I am here to talk about the history of youth in government or youth and government and how it comes through with the YMCA. So when I was asked to talk about the history, I thought it was going to be like the traditional story of the two guys who were playing basketball in a gym, and they created a basketball hoop, and then the YMCA was formed. But really, there's so much more and so much more change making and people that are involved in the YMCA and youth and government that really are crucial to our history as a country. And I know like when I used to describe youth and government to people who didn't really know what it was, I would tell them it's a simulation of the government. But really after learning this history, I realized that people who are involved in youth and government are really the ones making history and they are the change makers of our country. So I picked out 4 really incredible examples of this from the Y's history that I'm going to share with you. So to begin, in 1930, George Gallup created the polling system that we use today to predict outcomes in elections. And he actually tested this system first on youth and government conferences. And then secondly, in 1949, the first African-American governor in a youth and government program was elected. And this was 40 years before the first African-American governor was elected in the United States. Third, in 1950, Hawaii had their constitutional convention as they were becoming a state. The youth in Hawaii, through the YMCA, established their own simulation of their own constitutional convention. So even before Hawaii was actually a state, the youth were already practicing democracy. And then lastly, in 1968, President Johnson used youth and government governors and delegates to advocate to their legislators and practice in democracy to get support on his amendment to the Constitution to lower the voting age to 18. So these are just 4 examples of how youth and government has been involved in the change making of our history and how it's really played a prevalent role. And then I just want to end on the quote that we all really know and love: democracy must be learned by each generation. While I was doing my research, I found out that that quote actually derives from a larger quote that says democracy must be learned by each generation, but it also says they achieve it as adults provide them opportunities and leadership. And I think that's really crucial for all of us as young leaders to remember, because we can learn democracy in a classroom, in our American civics classes, in our history classes, but to really learn leadership and involvement and how to work with peers is such a valuable experience that we really get through youth and government. So that's a brief history, and I hope you enjoyed it as much as I do. And now some of the other youth governors are going to be introducing themselves.
You're actually up, John.
Okay, my bad. Hey guys, it's John again. I'm the youth governor of Michigan. So throughout tonight, you guys have heard our stories. You've heard our kind of why stories. And so now we want to hear yours. And so we're going to go into breakout rooms. And when we go into the breakout rooms, what we want you to say, or like kind of go over, is we want you to say your name, your state, how many years you've been in YG. If you have middle school experience, feel free to include that. And then share why you joined YG, why you stayed at YG, and how YG changed your perspective on something. So you've heard our stories, and now we want to hear your stories. So we'll go into breakout rooms, and we'll just go through that, and then we'll come back together and rejoin and go over a few last things before we close out for the night. So you just got a thing up on your screen. Feel free to press the join breakout room.
If you're having trouble finding the breakout room, if it didn't pop up, there should be a little breakout option down below. I don't think I have anybody who's not assigned. Hopefully it goes well in there. I put, I think, 8 or 9 people in each room. There's definitely some that are smaller. This is always the experiment, right? How quiet is it in there? They're YG kids. Someone will step up, right? If you're still in this room, I assume you're either not sure where you're supposed to go, or you can't get in. Hi, Will.
I can get in, but I'm seeing if you need help. So
Yeah. No, you could go in. No, I'm talking. Yeah, I'm not talking to you, Julie. I know you're just helping me here. I'm talking to Harmony here, Sherry, Christopher, Will. I did just assign you to a room, which you're welcome to just hang out here, but it's going to be real quiet out here. I think I'm assigned to a room. Oh, I was gonna tell him I'm gonna broadcast the thing again.
I have to log off, Lydia, so just let me know how the rest of this call goes and what's up next.
Yeah, October 20th, is that right?
Okay.
Hi, Charlie. Before you leave, how you been, sir?
Good. How are you?
Long time no hear from.
I know.
I ain't seen you in years.
It's been a little while.
Yes, sir. You take care of yourself.
Thanks. Bye, guys.
Bye.
Hi, Charlie. Thanks for being on.
Thank you.
okay, so Sherry and Christopher.
You're welcome to hang out with us. I don't know if you're students or advisors or what.
I'm an advisor.
Where are you from, Christopher?
Indiana.
How long have you been a youth and government advisor?
Too many years. Go back for a long time. I met Charlie and we went to when I met him at Blue Ridge.
Yeah.
Yeah, him and Kentucky Joe and all of them. I don't know if you remember Kentucky Joe. Yeah.
Well, thanks for being here. Are you a teacher or do you run it through a Y?
I went through the Y. I worked for the YMCA. I'm a teen program specialist at Avenel Meadows YMCA, Indianapolis, Indiana.
Awesome. Hi, reconnecting. You got kicked out. Do you know which breakout room you were in? I don't know who your name, because your name just says reconnecting.
I'll go check out breakout room 2, and I'll be back if we need to.
Okay. Yeah, let me know if things are burning down in there. I'm sure it's great. I'll just send reconnecting to a room, I guess.
Cool. Want me to go to the breakout room?
Sure. Do you know which one you're assigned to?
No.
If you open the breakouts on the bottom, it'll just put you in a room. If folks who I don't know where you're necessarily assigned, and they're just chit-chatting. Hopefully it's not totally quiet in there.
Yeah, I hope so. Some of my kids be on here, I think, too. So I wanted to make sure. I'll make sure I can see if I can see someone in the chat rooms. All righty. Okay, I'm about to join one.
Cool. I'll just go ahead and pause. Hi, guys. What breakout room are you guys in? 7 or 8? Okay. All right.
Yeah, we just got through all the questions really early and we were just talking, so we decided to come back in.
Well, then just keep talking. That's totally fine. We just wanted to make sure we give everyone enough time to get to go. Did everyone get to meet somebody new?
Mm-hmm.
Awesome. That's the most important part. All right. Couple breakout rooms or coming to a close. Welcome back, everyone. We need, here, Anne, you want to be in charge of welcoming people back as they come back?
Yeah, sure. Welcome back, everybody. Hope you met some new faces in your breakout rooms. My breakout room was mostly Minnesota and Illinois, so it was good. Okay, yeah, it's like all Minnesota and Illinois in this big room right now. That's awesome.
All right, I gave everybody 1 minute to finish their rooms.
Welcome back, everyone.
So I think everyone's kind of getting back in the group, but we're going to have a poll question that's going to be chatted from Mrs. Mitchell. And to answer this poll question, it should show up on your screen. And so just go ahead and select your answer. And if your answer is other, make sure that you type it into the chat so that we know. And if you have any questions, feel free to unmute your mic and ask or type them in the chat. So the poll question is, what topics would you like to see us cover in future Midwest calls?
Has everybody been given a chance to answer the poll? I don't want to rush anybody. I'm sorry, I didn't hear that. Could you repeat that, Jack?
I haven't seen the poll come out yet. Or are we supposed to just type it in the chat?
If you're,
you can go ahead and type in the chat if you want to.
If you can't see it, Freshy's totally right. Just type it in the chat. If you are, if you're on a browser, your pop-up blocker might block it. So just, Margaret, if you can see it, you want to read the options, and then we'll share the results. Then they can type the options if they like them into the chat. Yeah.
Yeah. So I can't see it anymore, but the question is just what topics would you like to be addressed in these Midwest calls? Oh, thanks. And the options are legislative branch, judicial branch, executive branch, campaigns, virtual programming, service programs, national programs, specific policy topics, leadership development, or other. So it's just asking, like, what topics would you like us to cover? So if you have any more ideas, feel free to type those in the chat.
All right, Freshy, you want to bring us home?
I got you. Okay, guys, it was really nice having you all here today. I know I was really excited. Like, if you couldn't tell by the chat, I was kind of like fangirling out at that video that we showed of like all the states' programs, because I've known people from each of these states, but I've never gotten to actually see like what their program is like. I just get to see the person. And I don't know, that was like really amazing to me. And we're going to do a lot more. This was just like an introduction of like what these meetings are going to be. I promise you that there's going to be a lot more intricacy, there's going to be a lot more fun, and there's also going to be a lot more connecting and networking. And I don't know about you guys, but that's my favorite reason of being a part of YAG, is just getting to meet the most amazing, talented, intelligent people that I have ever known, and they're all younger than 18 somehow, and I don't know how, because I would let them be a college professor if it was up to me. But yeah, to like wrap us out, we're going to be doing these calls every third, I think it's Thursday. Lydia, correct me if I'm wrong. Tuesday. Every Tuesday. So every third Tuesday of the month. So our next one is actually going to be October 20th. And I believe the registration info will be dropped into the chat. Am I correct, Lydia? But yeah, okay, so it's the same link to RSVP, and we hope to see you guys all here again, and please bring more friends so that we can make sure that everybody's involved with this Midwest group.